All you need to know about SpaceX. SpaceX. Yes, there's a lot to talk about SpaceX, but we can't talk about SpaceX without talking about Elon Musk. Welcome to Tech Levitate. If you're new here, welcome, and consider subscribing to my channel and click that little bell notification below. You want to wake up in the morning and think the future's going to be great, and that's what being a spacefaring civilization's all about. It's about believing in the future and thinking that the future will be better than the past. And I can't think of anything more exciting than going out there and being among the stars. If you visit the SpaceX website, you'll see that they have 192 total launches, 153 total landings, and 127 total reflights so far. So what does that mean? And what is SpaceX? SpaceX means Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, and it's a company that produces satellites, launches rockets, and manufactures spacecraft based in Hawthorne, California. Elon Musk established it in 2002 with the claimed intention of bringing down the price of space travel to make it possible to colonize Mars. In 2006, they started doing trials with rockets, and the Falcon 1 was their first rocket. After some failed missions, the 2008 mission was successful, with the Falcon launching into Earth orbit. Since then, they've carried out many successful launches. Falcon 9, a larger craft with 9 engines, was launched for the first time in 2010. The following year, the company broke ground on a launch pad for the Falcon Heavy, which eventually would be used to carry astronauts into deep space. They accomplished another significant feat in December 2010 when it became the first commercial enterprise to launch the Dragon capsule into orbit and successfully return it to Earth. In 2012, their Dragon spacecraft became the first commercial spaceship to transfer supplies to and from the ISS. Then in 2019, they started Starlink satellite launching program for delivering satellite internet access. On May 30th, 2020, astronauts Doug Hurley and Robert Behnken were aboard the first crewed voyage of a Dragon capsule to the International Space Station. Most recently, SpaceX revealed the Super Heavy Starship system, which will replace the Falcon 9 and the Falcon Heavy. It would be possible to launch 100,000 kilograms into low Earth orbit using the Super Heavy first stage. The payload would be the Starship, a spacecraft built for a variety of reasons, including quick transportation between cities on Earth and the establishment of outposts on the Moon and Mars. Yes, you heard it correctly. Isn't it what we all expected, as the main goal of SpaceX was to colonize Mars? The Starship spacecraft and Super Heavy rocket from SpaceX are fully reusable transportation systems that can transport people and goods to Earth orbit, the Moon, Mars, and other planets. Starship will be the most potent launch vehicle ever created. Musk presented his designs for a massive city on Mars at 2 International Aeronautical Congress meetings, but he has yet to give any information about life on Mars. He claimed that SpaceX's main goal is to provide transportation, leaving others to worry about the infrastructure. President of the business Gwynne Shotwell, though, suggested that it may make sense for SpaceX's sister company, the Boring Company, to drill tunnels on Mars that could be inhabited by humans. At the 2018 Mars Society meeting, Paul Wooster, the company's principal engineer for its Mars plan, stated that the first visitors to the Red Planet will stay on the landed Starship spacecraft forever, while constructing dwellings, landing pads, and other early infrastructure. So to learn more about this, I paid a visit to the SpaceX website. That said, there are only 6 months to get to Mars. Yes, just 6 more months. To make Mars colonization easier, SpaceX has developed a series of initiatives known as the Mars Program. They argue that this is essential for the long-term survival of the human species, and that its Mars mission, which includes the continued construction of the SpaceX Starship, would lower the cost of space transportation by increasing the likelihood that people will be able to visit Mars. So, why do you think they chose Mars? Mars is one of Earth's nearest habitable neighbors, lying an average of 140 million miles away. Mars still receives a good amount of sunshine because it's only half as far from the Sun as Earth. Although it is a bit chilly, we humans can warm it using science and technology. Because Mars's atmosphere mostly consists of CO2, with traces of nitrogen, argon, and other trace components, we can grow plants there by simply compressing the gas. Since Mars's gravity is just around 38% of that of Earth's, you could carry big objects and move quickly. The best thing about Mars is that its day is strikingly similar to Earth's. We know that they're going to use the Starship to go to Mars, and now I'm going to tell you how they do it. This process will follow 6 steps. Number 1. Launch and booster return. Starship will be launched with Starship Super Heavy Booster. Then the booster will separate and return to Earth. Step 2. Ship arrives in Earth's orbit. Starship will enter Earth's orbit while a refilling tanker will be launched to mate with Starship in orbit. Step 3. Tankers refill ship and return to Earth. Tanker ship will dock with Starship, then refill the Starship and return to Earth. Step 4. Refilled ship travels to Mars. Once Starship has been fully refueled, it will begin its journey from Earth's orbit, around the Sun, and towards Mars. Step 5. Ship refilled on Mars using local resources. When Starship lands on Mars, it will be refueled using Mars's local resources of H2O and CO2. Step 6. Ship performs Mars ascend and direct return to Earth. When Starship is fully refueled, it will begin Mars's ascent and direct return to Earth. The Starship will enter Mars's atmosphere at 7.5 kilometers per second and decelerate aerodynamically. Even though the vehicle's heat shield is built to withstand numerous incursions, considering how hot Mars's atmosphere is as it approaches, they still anticipate some ablation of the heat shield, similar to how brake pads wear out over time. Elon Musk has long had the idea to build a settlement on Mars. It would enable humanity to become a multi-planet species, support 1 million people, and be self-sustaining. Anyhow, now he's one step closer to his mission with their brand new Starship. NASA chose Starship to be the first crewed lunar lander for their Artemis program, which aims to land astronauts near the moon's South Pole in 2025. NASA regards Artemis as a moon-to-Mars program and plans to launch a crewed mission to the Red Planet in 2040 or thereabouts. NASA also used Starship for its commercial crew program, a commercially run crew transportation service to and from the International Space Station. NASA signed with Boeing and SpaceX for 6 operational trips each, guaranteeing the ISS will have enough support through 2030. So will Musk be successful in his Mars mission? We don't know till we see the results. But Musk has planned and set himself a deadline for self-sustaining Mars City with 1 million people by 2050, the year he turns 79.